Ski Studios in the house. How we doing today, people? Another day, another dollar. You know? Hey, hope you guys are warm. December morning. Let's flip and go. Alright, I figure I'll kick it back old school. You know, I went to the farm. You know, luckily I went to Middleton. It's a county jail. You know, I pled out to my third DWI. And it was February 2020. I went in, you know, I haven't been to jail in a while, you know, and so they let me see the board and they let me move to a minimum security. It's the farm in Lawrence, Massachusetts. It's like a big couple buildings. There's, you know, you could wear normal clothes. You don't have a cell. You have multiple people in each room, you know, and you have to do count every couple hours. You know, they'll say it's count time, you know, like let's say 12 noon, then 2 o'clock, then 4 o'clock, you know what I mean? So, you know, and you got to go to your room and stand by your bed, you know what I mean? And they'll check you off. You do that every 2 hours. And, you know, I think about 8 o'clock is the last one. Then, you know what I mean? You could do whatever you're going to do, and by 10 you're supposed to be in bed. So, it's not that bad, you know what I mean? They end up shutting down the work release. Nobody can leave. There's no programs or nothing during the day because COVID comes. And so, you know, pretty much you got to figure out how you're going to do each day. You know what I mean? I would get up in the morning. I would work out for a couple hours. I get up, actually watch TV for like an hour. And then I do count. Like, let's say it was... can't remember the times, but I'd be out by 5. So maybe it was the odd hours, but or 6. Let's say 6 a.m. I would go out and I would start working out, and I'd bang out 2 hours. Come back, take a shower, count, and then I go play poker. And as my midst of playing poker, you know what I mean. Sometimes it gets heated, you know what I mean. And but I'll tell you, when I play poker in jail, I feel like I'm free. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even thinking about jail. You know what I mean? And I had, like, I wasn't rich, but I had money. You know what I mean? Like, I had money to, whenever I needed money, I could just send it. But I was actually doing so good in poker, I really didn't need money. You know what I mean? And I played, and I was, like, the only, well, there was, like, I was, out of the normal people that played poker every day, I was, like, the only non-gang member that was there normally. You know what I mean? There was a couple people that would come in and out, but they weren't there every day. And you get to know them because you're there every day. When you're playing poker, you're talking, you know what I mean? You're talking and joking around and whatever, you know what I mean? Sometimes it got heated because people try to mess around and everything else. People are, you know, making up fake chips. You got to watch that. You know, I seen somebody get banged out over fake chips, but yeah. So, anyways, I'm meeting the gang members. You know what I mean? And they're cool, you know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with all of them. Some of them are from Haverhill, where I'm from, Haverhill, Massachusetts. Some are from Lawrence, and some of the other ones are from different parts of Massachusetts. But, anyways, you know, one of the kids I used to play with, we'll call him Debo. He was bigger, you know what I mean? He was one of the bigger dudes there, like, taller. He wasn't jacked, but he was taller, you know what I mean? And he probably weighed more, you know? And then there was another kid, we'll call him Jet, you know what I mean? And, he would, when we were playing poker, right, like, every hand, you know, like, this don't sound like a lot of money, but, like, I think the blinds were, like, 10 cents. It sounds so, like, minimum now, but, you know what I mean? The blinds were 10 cents, and this kid would bet, like, $1. Like, almost, once he started playing, he was betting $1, like, every time. And that's kind of like a high bet, you know what I mean, for jail. And I would always throw it. I wait for a good hand. You know what I mean? I get ace king, ace queen. You know what I mean? Jacks. You know what I mean? And when he did that, you know what I mean? I try to get him on the left of me, so that way everybody else would bet the $1 too, because people didn't want to get bullied out of the pot. And so when I catch a good hand, I go boom, all in. You know what I mean? And you know, now I got everybody else's $1, and then this kid would always call me, and maybe one or two other people, and I always had good hands, because, you know what I mean, I play poker out here normally, and I would smoke them. You know what I mean? Like, it was pretty good, man. I used to do really good in poker. I won, I'd say 90% of the times. So it was fun. But one of the kids, anyways, Debo, he worked with the lunch, giving out the food. And one day, he gets, we go to play poker. He's not there. And then, everybody's talking about what happened. Oh, da-da-da-da. I ain't a gang member, but, you know what I mean? I'm there all the time, and I could kind of induce that something happened. So now the cops roll up, like the regular cops, and they come in and they handcuff one of the Airmark workers. Airmark is the company that does all the foods for jail and prisons around Massachusetts. They even do it at Foxborough Stadium where the Patriots play. But they ain't making no good food there, I'll tell you that one. And so they get handcuffed and they go away. And everybody's like, oh, Debo ratted. You know what I mean? Debo ratted the lunch lady out. Da-da-da-da. And everybody's talking shit. You know what I mean? Basically making like jokes about how this kid was so tough and he was a rat. You know what I mean? Well, a month later, Debo comes back, and all the gang members that were, you know what I mean? I don't talk crap like that. You know what I mean? Because whenever you talk anything about anybody else, especially in jail, it's gonna come back. And if you're not prepared to fight for it, don't even bother laughing at something. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you, somebody will end up saying something, and you'll end up getting your card pulled. You know what I mean? And kid comes back, and he ends up, dude, all the people act like they weren't talking crap for the last month. You know what I mean? And it's just fake. It's really fake. It's a farm, though, so it's not like jail. Because if that was jail, you know what I mean? Like behind the wall, like not a minimum, it would have been, you know what I mean? There definitely would have been a fight. If I even brought up that one of those people did it, they'll say I was lying and I'd have to fight. I end up almost having to fight Debo because I ended up making my own poker game, because the bag at the end of the game, like every time we had count, we would, turn our chips in and everybody would get whatever, you know what I mean? Because we didn't have money, so we'd be doing soups and chili or anything you could order from the commissary. You know what I mean? And it was coming up short. You know what I mean? Like, I pretty much, you know what I mean, I always got what I was supposed to get. There was a couple times where, I might have been 50 cents short or something, but, you know what I mean, I wasn't really going to make a big deal about it. You know what I mean? I was winning anyways. You know what I mean? I gave it to someone else because I feel like somebody was coming in and making fake chips, or, one of the gang members was running the game and they were giving out more chips than we had, than people paid in for. You know what I mean? And so I made my own poker game. And, it was, the gang members were playing downstairs. But the dude that was we were playing in my room. And my buddy Ernie, man, rest in peace, Ernie, because I seen him, he passed away, you know what I mean? Like about a year after I got out. But, me and Ernie started our own game upstairs. It was pretty much my game. I came up with the idea. But, I don't really... You know what I mean? I ain't gonna call it my game. I ain't making any money off of it. But Ernie was selling cigarettes, and this was like during COVID. It was like 100 a cigarette. We had 4 people in my room. My box, like where you can keep your own personal food and stuff, was full. And everybody in the room's box was full because Ernie was selling cigarettes for 100 a piece. You know what I mean? 1 pack, bro, and that's 2 G's. You know what I mean? So like he had so much stuff that, like, we all had stuff. And he was like, he was Puerto Rican. He wasn't a nitty. He was like another gang, you know what I mean, that's like that. But it's old school because Ernie was older than me. You know what I mean? Ernie was probably 50-something. And he was a little guy, man. But I'll tell you this. He friggin' would beef, bro. And when they came up and they realized that I made my own poker game because Ernie was selling the cigarettes, so they came up to get him because he was the only one in the whole farm that had him. And, they realized we had a game. Now they want to play upstairs with us, and I was saying no. And I almost had to fight Debo over the whole thing. I ended up just stopped playing because I was getting out in like a week or two. What am I going to fight and then lose my good time? You know what I mean? I was getting out in like a week or two, I don't know, man. I figured I'd do a little old school story for you guys, It is what it is, man. I hope all you guys are having a great day out there. You know what I mean? Don't go down. Don't go down like Diddy did on probably Jay-Z, you know what I mean? Diddy was always good with music, You know what I mean? Like, he always was good with music. So you know while he's in there, he's playing, like, the piano, you know, maybe the ukulele, probably the skin flute. You know what I mean? They don't use recorders in jail. They use the skin flute. You know what I mean? Friggin' guy, huh? I don't know. It is what it is, man. I hope all you guys have a great day. God bless you all. Love, peace, like, subscribe, comment, support your man Ski. Because I support you, every single one of you guys. If you're out there struggling and you need help, you can hit me up. Or make sure you tell someone that's doing good. You know, call somebody good. Don't call your dealer, because that's what I used to do. I'd always pick up the phone. I was just calling the wrong person. Have a great day, man. God bless you all. Peace.